What's good, guys? It is Paul Marlborough here, and of course you can see we are in the deed room. That can mean only one thing. ASL Deed is finally here. Yes, that's right, folks. After months and months of waiting, through several different name changes, of course, ASL Deed used to be AVAC Deed. We are finally at the moment where our Generation 1 holders will receive their ASL Deeds. So before we get into the nitty gritty and the important technical information that you need to hear, the very first thing that you must have ensured that you have done at this point is registered with Second Life and set up a Second Life account in our Metaverse. You can do that following the steps in the link below this video, providing of course you are an AVAC Generation 1 holder or an IVAC holder. The next point in this, of course, is you must ensure that you have a Lord or Lady Generation 1 ape, or you have the Lord role in Discord, or you have an AVAC or IVAC one-on-one ape. That will entitle you to receive a deed in an airdrop. And there's a fair chance that that airdrop has already happened by the time you are watching this video. If not, I'm sure it will be shortly. And depending on the number of your Lord or Lady holdings, of course, you will receive deeds on the basis of that. Now, ASL deeds have gone through some changes, as we have established. But I feel that using Second Life as a platform, building this magnificent metaverse that we have constructed together hitherto, I think that we are in a very strong place to be able to finally deliver ASL deeds. So let's get stuck in. So the very first place that you will come when coming to access your ASL deeds is, of course, our fantastic deed room. Check this out, guys. This is really, really cool. We go down this little ramp, and directly in front of us, we have here the deed board. Now, the deed board is essentially a map of all of the different ASL deeds, and of course, your deeds will be here. Now, the first thing that you may notice, of course, is that all of these deeds are green. This means that the deeds are vacant, so you can choose any space on the map to place down your ASL deed. So this is a big change, of course, from what we initially planned for AVAC deeds in Minecraft. Of course, with those deeds, you will have had to have accepted a position on the map that had already been placed for you. Yet here we are giving you the chance to select wherever you want. The only caveat in that, of course, is that if there are areas on this map in front of you that are red, it means that those spaces have been taken by other holders. So then it is an imperative to get here as quickly as you can to select your deeds and place them down exactly where you want, because there's a fair chance that you may have a few Lord or Lady apes and you'll want all of your deeds placed together. So that leads me to the next point, in fact. So when we start rolling out deeds, the very first holders who will receive ASL deeds will be the Lord or Lady apes. We feel, of course, that that is only fair. In the weeks to come, the Lord role, of course, which is a role in Discord, some of those folks don't have Lord or Lady apes, will receive the deeds. And then, of course, our one-on-one holders who are entitled to an amazing 5 ASL deeds each will receive those. Then with our pairing and reward system that we've set up as part of the holder reward system within AVAC, everybody who has already paired 100 IVAC and AVAC apes or continues to make that threshold of 100 will receive an additional ASL deed. And that is the only way to acquire an ASL deed in the ASL Metaverse. Okay, so we need to find a vacant place. And at the moment, of course, none of you are here. You haven't been able to claim your spaces. So we have the whole board to ourselves. A point to note, if you get stuck, there is a little emergency button here. You can press this. This is quite cool. And then what happens then is you will be sent a direct message in Second Life with some additional information. Okay, so we have the board to ourselves. Let's go for somewhere in the middle. So I've pressed that, and the first thing that you'll notice in the top right hand corner of the screen is the menu comes up asking you to accept ASL Deed 103. So you need to accept that, and that will send a landmark to your inventory, and that will allow you to teleport directly to the deed. The next thing we need to do is claim the deed. So I'll press that button there, and there we have it. There is a red square, meaning that that deed is now yours. It is claimed. So of course, just imagine if you have like 5 ASL deeds, you can just have like a whole red area on that map. And of course, this will tie into our interactive map that is due to be published on the website, and therefore benefiting aerial advertisers, people who want to really commercialize and monetize their holdings with ASL deeds. So that will be a fully interactive web-free map in which you will then be able to advertise aerially through this map whatever you want. So now we've received the landmark, we've claimed the land, we simply go to our inventory. That comes up nicely like that. By the way, for those who don't know, that's the little briefcase button that's at the very bottom of the toolbar. Press that one, go to the recent tab, go to landmarks, and there you will have the location of your deed. Simply double click that. We'll teleport like that, and here we are. Here we are to the ASL Deedverse, and the very deed that my avatar is standing on is now the deed that I have claimed. Although there's one more important step that I need to do after I have landed here, and that is buy the ASL deed. The great news for you guys is that this comes at no cost. You simply left click the land. This menu comes up, click buy, and there you have it. That now belongs to you. You have now claimed, staked, and own this bit of land. This belongs to you. So one of the first things you may want to do is change the terrain, because of course we have these covers covering up the land at this time. So this is very simple. What we need to do is click the land itself. This menu will come up again in the top right hand corner. There's an option there for grass. So let's click that, and just like that, the land is transformed into grass. Now you're probably looking at this and thinking that this is considerably smaller compared to the deeds that we were offering in Minecraft. And there is a very good reason for that. The Minecraft deeds, whilst they were bigger, they were very limited. There was fewer things that you could do. The quality of the renderings, the quality of Minecraft was really below the bar of what we would expect to deliver to our holders. And this is one of the main reasons why we as a project have decided to go to Second Life, because of the quality, because of the fact that we have access to some of the best gamifications, the best renderings that we are able to give directly to our holders. But of course you can see with the size of the deeds as they are at the moment, how beneficial it would be, of course, to own, let's say, 5 of these. So something else that I'm going to show you in this video is just how you can place down things. So you have your ASL deed now, that is secure. And by the way, nobody else can place things in your deed land. If they do, their items will be returned. So don't build on other people's parcels. It's as simple as that. No trespassing. Okay, so what we need to do is go back to our inventory. Perhaps you've got a prefab already. You can purchase prefabs via the Second Life marketplace. Often they come at a small cost. Sometimes they are free. But in this case, let's place down a beach hut. It doesn't look very beachy here, right? But there we have it. So I placed down this beach hut. This will be a nice little home for my character. One of the things that you can do, and this is why Second Life is very, very good, is edit and build things. So to access the edit menu, we need to right click the little hut that I've placed down, and then the menu comes up. Now this can be quite confusing for people, of course, because we have all of these different options here. But some of the things that really you should be concerned with initially are the options at the top left hand corner. That's move, rotate, stretch, select face, and align. Those will be your go-to options when it comes to building in Second Life, and especially placing down buildings on your deeds. So let's move this around. Very simple. We have a little green arrow there that we can move. That goes up, or the red one that goes sideways. We can also rotate this building in a similar way, like so. And we can also change the size of the building by stretching it and increasing it like that. I think what we need maybe is some trees or something, because it's looking pretty bare. I'm sure I've got some trees somewhere in this inventory. This is something else as well, guys. A bit of advice is, if you have lots of things in your inventory, make sure you itemize them, keep it tidy, because sometimes it's hard to find when you've got like thousands and thousands of things in there. Oh, there we go. Look at that. That tree has seen better days, right? But the same way as we were able to move that house around, we can do the same with the tree as well. So then we can position the tree like so. And there we have it. Of course, you can add whatever you want to your deeded parcels. There are no real limits in terms of the style of buildings, the style or themes that you are heading towards when creating and adding up these deeds. Of course, the more deeds you have, the better. But these are entirely yours to use with as you wish. This is your Metaverse land in the ASL Metaverse. As part of the project, as promised to our holders, you finally have it in your possession. Of course, this will be really useful when it comes to using the ASL Exchange, our lending and leasing software that is due to be established in the coming months ahead. The ASL Exchange will enable you to lease your deeds and therefore the Metaverse experience to a third party, whilst you retain the original and authentic NFT in your possession. So what will happen with these deeds, when you submit it to the ASL Exchange, you will then be given and issued a Metaverse certificate. This certificate can then be leased out to third parties whilst you retain the original NFT. So then there is no concern on your part about losing that NFT. You're simply transferring the benefits that are allocated to you based upon your trades. So there we have it, guys. That is ASL Deed. Of course, as I said to start off with, if they have not already been distributed by the time you're watching this video, then they will be very, very soon. I just wanted to show you this because I'm really impressed with what we've built here and what we're building in Second Life. We chose Second Life because it is a phenomenal and excellent platform. This is a platform, of course, that was established within the Web 2 age. Many people remember Second Life as the godfather, the granddaddy of metaverses. But through Web 3, through NFTs and cryptocurrency, we are able to input, inject all of that innovation, bringing this platform up to modern times. So one of the things, or one of the key features of the ASL Metaverse is the ability to create NFTs. So I'm going to give you a quick run through of just how you would do that. The very first thing that I must say is that you can only make NFTs with items that you have originally created. So we'll go back to that build menu. And then if you look at the build menu, at the top, there are several icons. There's a little magic wand there. Press the wand button, and then it gives you the options to res a number of shapes. So let's create a cube. Some of you guys who have already been accessing the ASL Metaverse may have created a few of these cubes already. Again, using those functions, we're able to manipulate the shape, turn it into something that it was not originally, perhaps. Now, the bottom part of this menu has a number of other options. So we've discussed the top, the ability to stretch, rotate, expand. But if you go to the sub-menu below that, click Object, here we have a set of very different options. You can twist it, you can hollow it, you can cut a path in it. There are so many different things that you can do. In fact, this looks like a beautiful piece of modern art that I've created here. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Isn't that great? But the fact is, you are creating original assets that belong to you. Now, in the ASL ecosystem manual, we have given you a guide about how you can then export those into a relevant file which can then be uploaded and turned into an NFT using our system that will be in place with the ASL exchange. So when you've created these bespoke items, you will then be able to export them from the platform and then re-upload them via the ASL exchange. You will not get a certificate this time. You will get a bona fide NFT containing the 3D item that you have created. This can then also be converted into other formats, meaning in some cases, this can be used on other platforms. But whatever you create, as long as it's been created by you, you can turn it into an NFT following our very, very simple guide. For now though, guys, I'm not going to turn this one into an NFT. We're just going to leave this on the deed plot because it is a very beautiful wooden plywood sculpture. But I think this is something that I really want to emphasize, is just how creative you can get with this. You don't necessarily have to be an accomplished 3D artist. This is a bit of a learning curve for some people with all of the different options and features. But I think this level of customization really benefits the people who own these deeds because they're able to build great things, truly great things on these parcels. So in the coming weeks, of course, we have the upcoming release of the RAS Titanic. The RAS Titanic we have all been waiting for. Of course, initially this was billed to be released in April 2023. But you know what I'm like. I said that's not good enough. We need to bring it out now. So I have been working tirelessly to construct this. This is incredibly authentic. This is amazing, guys. One of the best 3D assets that I have ever built in my life. And this will be released hopefully by the end of the year, thus enabling our holders to start meta cruising, which was one of the key fundamental utilities of AVAC Generation 1. We also have the opening of our fantastic business district that's been set up by Ape Starline CEO Misty McCallany. That's coming within the next few weeks. That will further allow our holders to monetize, to benefit from those traits that have been there the whole time. Finally, you will be able to do that. There are some fantastic things coming in the next few months to cap off an amazing year for our project, or projects now because we have grown. But enjoy your ASL deeds. We're very pleased to finally bring them to you. Make sure you send us loads of photographs on Twitter showing us what you've built, because this is going to be great fun, guys.